masking tape just to protect the glass. Stops us from getting any unwanted scratches in the glass. And then just concentrate, this is 80 grit, so concentrate on the worst areas and just cut it all back. Try and stay as high up as possible with the more aggressive sandpapers. So just try not to come down too much lower than like that. Yeah. And just cut them back until you might need to keep cleaning it off because it's slightly wet. Yeah. Smoothing. Alright. So once you get cut back a bit more, we'll just get the Dremel with a little sanding wheel on, and we'll just make sure that these cut back low. So just clean it up a bit more, and we'll do that. See what this does. Give that a bit of a rub down again. Got the little Dremel stone now. Try and get into the little bits that are holding any loose bits hard to clean up. Now we're just going to go on the little wire wheel. Right, so now it's all cut back. It's still quite bumpy. Some bits might still be raised. So the job now is to get it basically just like as if you was prepping it just for paint, and cut it all back to as smooth as you can. When you do these little repairs, you want to keep your major sanding close to the repair to prevent you getting scratches and stuff, other bits that you're going to have to prep and give more focus to as you come to the finishing part of the job. So we'll keep our repair localised. This is going to have a bit of filler in it to cover up after it's been treated with the rust treatment. And then you do the paint repair, but then we're going to scuff all the way down to this swage line, and then we're going to clear the whole lot. So whenever you're doing these little repairs, people can do like fade lines here and stuff, and that might be alright in a proper body shop, but when you're doing it at home in this sort of situation, do your repair. You're not going to put paint everywhere unless it needs it. You're going to do your repair, put the paint where it's needed once it's all scuffed, and then clear the whole panel. So you're clearing the new paint into the old paint, and you don't have to put any fades in or anything, any blends. Okay, so you go at that again now. So right, see, some of it's low because I've done that on purpose with like a little grinding stone and stuff, because we want it to be in slightly, at least slightly below that, so that we can put some filler in once it's been rust treated. The rust treatment stuff's not 100% effective, so it will come through over time, but if you do your rust repairs and then get it so that it can have a little bit of filler in and cover it, anything that's going to happen and react underneath, which is usually minimal, will be underneath the filler and won't affect the top paint. So you just keep putting that back now. So I've done that bit there and you can feel it, you can only just feel it. Yeah. That's what we want, but you won't get that all the way along here because some of it's more pitted and stuff. But just try and get stuff as smooth as you can get it to, and then we'll put the rust converter on it. Right. It's flat. It's got bumps somewhere, yeah, that's in though, it's pitted. That's we kind of want this. Anything that was raised is what we wanted lower. Right, alright, so now come and get, so I used a bit of red scotch, piece, or not an real old piece, but we only used that the other day, didn't we, for a little bit, and then just wet scotch it all now, so you're scotching all of it, so right up to there, down to this line, or just below this line here, so not too far below it, come round the top of there, and then all the way out to here, so just that section, you're going to scuff. Just like the other day, where you concentrate a lot around these areas to make sure they're all nice and cleaned up right into any problem bits, and then just scuff all the rest of it and cut it all back like we talked about the other day, so that you can't see any shiny. I don't want all the shine off, no shiny bits coming through. Yeah, and just go through and do all that.
I have to tell it when it's dull, when it's wet.
You won't tell it when it's wet, you have to let it just dry up a bit. Get right across that top line. It's getting there, you see how just coming through you can still see. So it's about not very much pressure. When you're getting that bit, that's where your fingers is pressing harder in that bit, and then that bit's not getting any. So a bit lighter in how you do it, and let the Scotch-Brite do the work. Right, we've just now mixed up a bit of filler. We'll let that dry. A little trick for you for excess filler. Don't try and clean it off yet. Just lodge it on, let it dry, and then just whip your spreader off. Put it back initially with a piece of 80, nice and gentle. Look for that to dry. Right, now we cut this back. So 80 grits is shaping. We want to make sure that all of our edges where filler meets panel right at the outsides are smooth. That's where your most important part is. Make sure everything's blended in well. And that the shape is cut in. Don't go too deep with 80 grit. Once you've got stuff feathered in a bit, then we drop down again and go back to that 180. Could go 120, but 180 is fine for an area like this. And all you're basically doing now, I didn't want to come right down here with 80 because it'll scratch it, even though I've got some filler here. I can take that off with 180. And then it won't go right through the paint to get rid of it all. And then all you're basically doing as you go through your grits is removing the scratches from the last grit. So you're removing your 80 grit scratches with your 120 or 180, and then you're removing your 180 grit scratches with your 240, and you're removing 240 ones with your 320. You may need to have a little pass through 500ish if you have to. And then at about 800 grit, we'll prime and then we'll leave it in primer overnight, and then tomorrow we'll flat the primer to about 800 again, and we'll base coat it, clear it. I'm laughing. So now like we've got like a slightly sharp like that as a line, so it comes from here, it's nice and smooth, and then the filler. So now we've got to find that smoothness of this curve all the way along. So you want really light pressure, and you just need to go around the corner in both directions. So you've taken the sharp edge off and continued that same shape right through it. So we're finishing the spray job on this rust repair now. I'm using a spray gun that I've never used before, just the small version of the big one that I've got. And I got overexcited and forgot to press play on the camera. So the first coat's a base coat on, which you didn't get to see. Now we're just going to do the final dust coat and then get some clear on it. Right, clear coat. The idea here is that we just get plenty on the actual repair, just coming over that swage line, and it should all just nicely fall into what was there originally. And then a little bit of fade out spray, and we'll see if that comes in alright. Quite a light first coat on, but not a dry first coat, just so it's really sticky. And the next coat you can be a bit more confident and you're not going to get runs as easy. And the hairdryer is just trying to dry it faster than anything can land in it. Gotta say, I do like the finish from this little gun. Little kind of what tells me it's fade out spray, so I'm gonna believe it. And just where it meets up to the old panel. And all this is really doing is it's waking up the edge of the lacquer that we, so where the lacquer that we've just put on meets the lacquer that we scotched, the original lacquer. This just like, it wakes up the scotched bit and sort of makes the shine of the new lacquer fall into the shine of what we went into. But it always comes out the can shitty, so like too fast almost, I think. So you want really fine, it's just a fine coat. You're not painting it or putting a coating on, you're literally just waking up the Scotch lacquer. that should already be dry enough now that if anything lands in it, it'll land on it and not in it. You still want us leaving for like an hour so now, and then we can have a look and see how well the fade lines and stuff are going to go in. Looking alright to me. We'll leave that for an hour or so. Looks like it's faded in nicely.